because I'm like quote unquote racist for a video, but today
First right here.
Later, the YouTuber returned, who used makeup as an excuse to mock black people. On May,
ooh, this shade like literally looks offensive so far.
but Kevin didn't stop there.
The darkest of blacks would get called out for cultural appropriation if they wore this.
Worse, it was clear Kevin knew exactly what he was doing,
I feel like I literally would get in trouble for like blackface at that point.
especially once he admitted he doesn't normally wear makeup.
I don't wear makeup, so like there was no reason for me to like wear makeup for a video, but today I was like, yes, a new scandal. I can hop on that.
As expected, it didn't take long for the internet to show him some love. Why are you so obsessed with black people? Stop commodifying us for views. But one comment stood out. This guy seems like he laughed at a racist meme in middle school and never moved past that phase, which wasn't far from the truth.
The N-word was a part of my daily vocab up until I was like 19. But never would I ever like post it.
Despite this, Kevin still argued he'd done nothing wrong.
Black Americans need to calm down. You'd rather like cancel me for putting on Youthphoria's foundation because I'm like quote unquote racist.
And while he did post an apology,
I promise you I was not doing blackface. I don't even think like blackface is even funny in general.
the damage was already 1,000 per video. However, where Kevin only lost viewers, vegan activist Vegan Booty, or Tash Peterson, would get humiliatingly arrested for her actions. On February 19th, 2020, Tash would go to an Australian women's football event. But unlike other spectators, she wasn't there to watch the game. Bearing a right to rescue flag, she was promptly removed from the stadium and fined $1,800 for trespassing. Despite all this, Tash only doubled down on her actions.
It's an important game for them, but yeah, I don't apologize.
Would you do it all again?
Yes, 100%.
And 3 years later, she did something similarly unhinged at a children's pony party.
Stop teaching your children animal slavery is okay. This is blatant animal abuse and exploitation. Do they look happy to you standing here having children in their faces and riding on their backs?
The video was heavily criticized. The horses are only uncomfortable because you're yelling at their faces. But Tash didn't learn her lesson.
I actually measure my own success by the amount of haters and criticism that I have.
And a year and a half later, she stooped even lower.
Every year,
Are you feeling stuck with $10,000 or more in debt and all the interest that comes with it? Try National Debt Relief.
Australia alone, over 1 million male bobby calves are murdered in the dairy industry. The baby girls endure the same life of slavery, repeated rape.
This time, however, she finally got proper consequences.
Why? What the? This is so wrong!
When police arrived on the scene, Tash was dragged away, her continued protests falling on deaf ears.
Disgusting what they just did to him.
You know better. It's not your first rodeo.
And while Tash still refuses to stop, she's certainly destroyed her chances of a respectable YouTube career. But unlike Tash, who only got arrested, streamer Johnny Somali is now facing up to 10 years in prison for his rage bait content. On October 7th, 2024, Johnny would kiss South Korea's Statue of Peace, which was a big problem as the statue represented young girls forced into sexual slavery by the Japanese military, a fact that Johnny was well aware of.
My God, yo, this is what I was looking for.
Actually?
Yeah.
Still, Johnny didn't stop, and it turned all South Koreans against him even further when he didn't bother stopping an offensive donation. Translating to Long Live the Emperor, Tenahaiko Banzai was a Japanese battle cry used against Koreans during World War II. The reminder of Japan's oppressive regime got people angry, except now that it got the reaction he wanted, Johnny faked innocence.
I don't know, Banzai!
But Johnny's luck was running out, and on October 17th, 2024, he picked a fight he would regret. Drinking alcohol at a store until a worker stopped him, Johnny then threw ramen on his table and at other customers, and got aggressive when confronted. This was the final straw, and less than 10 days later, Johnny was in police custody and banned from leaving the country. And while he tried to apologize...
So to all the people of South Korea, I just want to apologize for what I've done, and I really did not mean to hurt your guys' pride this much. I hope that I can live in peace here in South Korea, and we could get past the situation and use it as a learning situation, because a lot of people learned about this statue from this situation, bad or good. A lot of people from all over the world found out what this was from my action.
This was far from sincere.
Nigga gonna come up to me, bro, why are you being racist to other people in other countries? For money! For clout!
I have no morals. I'm a fucking sociopath.
Now, the streamer is under investigation on charges of misdemeanor, business obstruction, drug possession, and more, with a potential sentence of up to 10